Hey everybody, I know it's been a long time since I made a video, but I wanted to show how I'm doing this vapor bath thing for my ABS. So hopefully you're going to be able to see this. I'm kind of making this video in haste here, but basically what I've set up here is I've got an aquarium. Okay, I took a piece of plexiglass and I mounted two computer fans, but I wanted to make sure that they are the kind of the brushless type, so there's no sparks going on in there because, you know, acetone can ignite. It's not like as bad as gasoline, but it can ignite. Now you can see that I 3D printed a couple of ducts right there out of PETG, as the acetone bath won't melt them like it would ABS. So basically this lays on top of my aquarium and it blows air down, which then hits this little lid I've got here that I put acetone in with a paper towel like a wick, and it causes all the acetone fumes to circulate in here. So what we're going to do right now, and I'm trying to do this one-handed, hopefully you can see what I'm doing, but right here I got a little bit of acetone in a jar and I've got a paper towel. So what I do is I take the paper towel. Now, the acetone doesn't create a whole lot of fumes until I turn the fans on, so right now I really don't smell much acetone. I'm going to put the acetone now in there. It's about 3 ounces. 3 ounces works really well. I'm going to take these little lids here off of jars, set them in here like this. And if you can kind of see, this part is still real grainy. It's kind of hard to see with the reflections and stuff, but you can see that this isn't smooth at all yet. Okay, so I'm going to get this in here so it sits like that. Okay, now right now I don't smell much acetone. It's just laying down in there. Acetone is a heavy gas, so it's staying down in here until I turn the fans on. Okay, so I put this on top. Take an old blown up Hacker motor I've got. Well, it blew up from me just misusing it, not that it's cheap. I've got a bunch of Hackers. That's the only one I've had blown up, and I just blew it up almost kind of in testing. So down here is the paper towel. When I turn the fan on, the air is going to go down there. It's going to go through. Then keep in mind the paper towel is kind of like a wick. The acetone keep coming up on it. Okay, this is pretty much airtight, so I don't smell any acetone right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in. And about every 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to turn it back on, and we're going to see what this looks like until it's you know, completely basically turned glossy. Okay, so I hope this video is informative for everybody. I hope it's makes sense what I'm doing. So we'll be back in just a little bit. Thanks a lot, everybody. Okay, everybody, we're back. It's been about 15 minutes, and I want you to kind of look at what's going on there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see how it's getting shiny. And that means it's starting to slightly melt just the outside. So this is about 15 minutes, and we'll probably go about an hour or hour and 10 minutes, something like that. But I just wanted you to see that it's getting shiny, which means it's starting to work. Now, one thing you need to remember is you never let it completely get totally glossy inside there, because it will get sticky in the, well, it's going to get sticky anywhere, but it will. If it gets completely glossy, things can droop. It can actually start to run like paint. So you don't want that to happen. So what I do is when it looks really glossy and you see a few lines in it, I stick my fingers inside it and lift it up, and I set it down out here, and it will still kind of melt for another hour, just a little bit. So you kind of have to get your timing. So you don't want it to be completely smooth in there. Now, if you take it out too early, let it cure out for about 24 hours. Put it back into the vapor bath and let it work another 15 or 20 minutes and take it out, and you can get it as smooth as can be. So we'll be back in another 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll see what it's doing. Thanks a lot, everybody. Hey, everybody. It's been about another 18 minutes, and if you look at it, you can definitely see it's getting really shiny. Okay? So it's probably within about 10 minutes, 15 minutes of being right. So I'm going to let it go 15 more minutes, and then we'll take it out and let it sit for probably an hour, and then it should be done. So hope you're enjoying this video. I hope it's making sense, and I hope it's informative. So thanks a lot, everybody. Hey, everybody. Now what we're going to do now is I just popped off the top here, okay? So right here is, it's still got a little bit of acetone in it. So I'm going to put this back into my little jar here. If I have any acetone left, which I don't, so it all vaporized. Okay, and I think it gets all sucked into that because when I take the top off here, I don't smell a whole lot of acetone. So I'm going to put that on there because I always save that. Got everything sticking to it. So I set that aside. Now you can see that's pretty shiny now. So I'm going to reach down inside here. And I'm going to grab it like this with my fingers, and usually the lids come with it, which is fine. And now I'm going to let it sit here for about an hour, and it should shine up quite a bit more. So only one more step left. So thanks a lot, everybody. Hey, everybody. I think it's about done. So let's look at it now, and as you can see, it's really, really glossy. It's not sticky anymore. I'm trying to get some of the reflectivity in the light here so you can see how glossy it turned out. But this gives you an idea of what an acetone bath does for ABS that's been 3D printed. So let's real quick look at some of the stuff I've done here. So what this is going to be is a 2-row radial engine. And this was an adapter ring I made. What's really nice about this 3D printing is, I mean, that just fits on there so nice. And it will rotate around. This will be the back. This will be the front. Okay. And this will be the rear row, which is printing right now. Each of these, believe it or not, take about 6 hours to print. This takes about 6 hours to print. This took about 8 hours to print, and this one here took about 12 hours to print. But hopefully you can kind of see the glossiness on these, and you saw what it looked like before. So hopefully this is making some sense, and hopefully you like this. Thanks a lot, everybody. Hope you have a great day.